Hello everyone, welcome back to more Space Alert. This is what, my 6th Space Alert mission in the recent revival. And I've won 5 of the missions. I died once. I've made at least one slip up in every mission, except for one where everything went flawlessly. And the last mission I felt like a big dummy. I made one miscalculation that wasted a ton of my time, but I recovered. And so I thought, you know what? The crowd wants to see me panic and die, right? So let's put in the red threats, shall we? Yellows and reds. This is quite a difficult game. And I have every expectation of maybe dying, but maybe not. You know what? I'll draw my cards before the bell. What a cheater. Oh, I didn't adjust the hand zones. I keep forgetting that I have to do this every mission. Just to spread things out a little, so they're easier to see. There's like, you can see your hand at the bottom of the screen, but if you make the hand zone really wide, like these get really small as well, and you have to move your mouse right at the bottom. So I just actually use this area of cards typically, rather than trying to get down here. They're too small. All right, so like I said, reds and yellows. Much more difficult. And we're moving on to basic CDA. One, rather. There is one thing I've mentioned that, you know, if you play these missions enough, you start to remember things. I remember that this starts with a threat in the red zone. So, you know what? That's whatever. I shouldn't know that, but I do. And then I think something in the white zone on 4, maybe? Maybe it's unconfirmed, I don't know. So lower blue, upper blue, lower red, upper red. These are the best. Nope, it's white. Okay. Maybe it's red on 4? Oh, this is extremely friendly. This is a great hit, I think. It's actually not as good as it looks. Well, okay, I guess if I use my heroic A, I can blow it up before it gets to its X. You love to see asteroids on the white zone because you're so good at shooting them. But I don't want to let this one get to its X. It would hit us for a bunch. So we'll just have yellow handle this, I guess. We'll shoot it for 6 and then 5.
Unconfirmed report.
And it's defeated.
T+3 internal threat. Repeat. Unconfirmed report.
Let's send blue. Let's send red downstairs, so we can refill the reactor. No, that's stupid because you were just about to start. Okay, I'll actually send you down here. You can get the computer. No, yeah. Send green down. Heroically refill on 3. You can wait on 2. In fact, treat yourself to a window point. There you go. Okay, so far so good. I dealt with the easy threat.
Zone blue.
Blue! Oh, I'm so bad at this game. I don't remember anything, apparently.
Zone blue.
Okay, great. Well... 4, 5, 6... So on 7 it would be here. Okay, yeah, green can handle that. Move, blue.
Incoming data. Repeat. Incoming data.
You know what? Have another window point. Why not? Launch a rocket and press A. You'll synchronize with yourself on the scout.
In 1 minute.
Unless something shows up here that's faster, which I bet will happen. Well, they have to give us an internal threat pretty soon, I think.
System down.
Oh, what the heck? This is reds. Red. I don't know. Go get the red battle bots or something. Swap those.
Data transfer. Repeat. Data transfer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now I want
Data
blue
transfer
in the red
complete.
zone. But he go...
First phase ends in 20 seconds.
Yeah, he can afford to pick up the blue battle bots while he's here. We have a lot of spare time somehow. Because we know we won't be getting a threat until 5, right? At the earliest.
3, 2, 1. First phase has ended. Begin second phase. Incoming data.
Can I get a threat, please? Also, we've only seen yellow threats so far. So that's one reason this is feeling a little easier.
Time T plus 5. Internal threat.
Yep, an
Repeat.
internal threat,
Time
okay.
T plus 5.
Phasing
Internal
troopers in lower blue. Okay. So maybe don't go over there. I can't take this back because I already handled... Oh.
threat. Data transfer. Repeat.
I had a
Data
teleport to
transfer
lower blue,
in
huh?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Where are they going to go?
Data transfer.
They're going to
complete.
stay in lower blue. And then eventually move to lower white. Okay, so we have time.
Time T plus 6. Threat. Zone blue. Repeat. Time
Blue?
T plus 6. Threat. Zone
Phasing
blue.
Destroyer. These are all yellow. Wait, are these red? They are. Okay. Oh, this is red too. All right. So blue should be in lower blue. Disable your battle bots. These guys have taken 1, 5, 6,
Communication
7.
system down.
They'll move here on 9. Red can handle that. So we need... Oh, Scout's gone.
Communications restored.
We need something to do with this. On 8, preferably. Blue is already there.
T plus
I need
7.
another rocket, please.
Serious threat. Zone red. Repeat. Time T plus 7. Serious threat.
Serious threat.
Zone red.
Okay, maybe that's slow enough that I can not deal with it. Okay, so I'm launching a rocket on 7. Who's getting the computer? In 3? Kind of seems like
Phase
nobody.
ends in 1 minute.
Red, I mean, I kind of hate this, but I just need you over here
Repeat.
to deal with
Data
phasing
transfer in
troopers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And I need yellow
Data transfer complete.
over here. We're going to miss the computer. But I guess that's just going to be the way it is. I need yellow over here to press A on the phasing destroyer.
Second phase ends in 20.
Oh, the rocket isn't even going to be there yet. Who has a heroic A still? Blue. Okay. Okay, so this rocket
Phase
sucks. Don't
ends
play that.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Second phase has ended. Begin third phase.
But this takes care of the phasing destroyer. We're shooting it for 7 all at once on 8. And I think all I have left to deal with is the phasing Mandalore, which is serious, but let's just see how bad. Gets to here on 11. 12. It won't even reach its Z. So we're actually just fine. But it would be nice to do something about it, you know? Okay, let's remember nobody can act on 10 because we're missing the computer.
Data transfer. Repeat. Data transfer in 5, 4, 3, 2,
So
1.
what the hell am I supposed to do about that?
Data transfer complete.
I mean, I can move red, I guess. Well, yeah, and I'll leave red there to green there for the... Oh, I still have to play.
In 1 minute.
I almost forgot. I actually have to use my battle bots here on 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Okay, so that's what actually kills these guys. 10, we can't do anything. Can I shield? I'm clearly not rocketing at all usefully. Can anyone get in position to shield up in there?
Down.
Not really.
Communications restored. Operation ends.
Well, I mean, I guess
in
green
20
can.
seconds.
It's not going to be the prettiest. We can get a couple of extra shield points like that. I guess yellow could have done the same.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm not taking a window point. Let's just launch a rocket. Maybe it'll help somehow. Okay, I mean, you know, the way it looks now, my current assessment is that could have gone worse. We'll see just how well it did go, though. New threats on 1. When's our first threat arriving? 2. Actions 1. Blue moves blue. No, don't skip phases. Next action. Red moves red. Don't stop doing that. Yellow presses C, getting the computer. And blue moves downstairs. No one else used the central elevator, right? Not blue. Green. Green moves downstairs. Damage. No. Threats, there aren't any. New threats 2. There is one. It is a major asteroid. Actions 2. Blue gets the blue zone battle bots. Red goes downstairs. Yellow presses A heroically. And green looks out the window. You don't get a lot of window points before phase 3 usually. But he just had nothing else to do, so he was in no hurry to get where he was going. Damage. We shot the major asteroid for 6. 5 for the laser plus 1 for the heroic action. And it has no shields, so it takes 6. Threats move. That's this. It moves 2. Did I get the computer? Yes. New threats 3. Nothing in here. Nothing up here. Nothing out there, I guess I should say. Player actions 3. Blue moves back to the white zone. Red grabs the red battle bots. Yellow presses A again, firing the white laser. And green, heroically, refills the central reactor. So the general effect of the heroic A's and B's, and I guess BattleBots in a sense, is you do the normal action, and if anything happens as a result of that action, it's better by 1. So like if you fire the weapon but there's no energy, the fact that you're heroic doesn't make it magically do 1 damage. It does nothing. If you press B but no energy moves, you don't get any extra. But if any energy moves or is created, then you get 1 extra, even above the maximum limit of the system. So that's the heroic B here. Damage. 5 more to the major asteroid. It is destroyed with 5 more damage, and it has an effect. When destroyed, attack 3 for each X and Y it has passed, which is why I was in such a hurry to destroy it before it got to its X. We destroyed it before it would get to attack. Speed is of the essence. Threats move. Oh, you should be gone. There's no threats, right? You're not here. Y'all ain't here. Okay. Threats 4. Now there is a real one. The Scout. Which took forever. You know what I'm realizing? I'm just so used to using a rocket for the Scout that I didn't even consider there was another option. We could have killed it more quickly and with less expended rockets if blue-green had just walked in here and pressed AAA, right? If he had skipped this window point and walked in, he could shoot it on 4, 5, and 6, and it would be dead a turn sooner. Not that that would actually matter, because we can't shoot the phasing destroyer anyway until... We can't shoot it on 6 because the Scout's in the way, and we can't shoot on 7 if it's phased out. So I guess in the end it was fine. Player actions 4. Blue goes downstairs. Red moves blue. The BattleBot squadron has convened. Yellow presses C, getting the computer. And green presses C, looking out the window again. What a champ. Okay. Damage. We're not shooting. Threats move. It's the Scout who moves 2. New threats on 5. There are phasing troopers. So this is our first red threat. They have to be shot twice, and they counterattack when they shoot, when they are shot, and they phase, so they're only here half the time. And their movement is also a little bit difficult to predict if you're not careful. Actions 5. Blue moves blue. Red, taking a 5-turn break, just waiting for the phasing fighters to get here. You know, in retrospect, it would have been more efficient to walk in here and just punch them together with blue on 5. But I didn't, or on 6. Wait, on 6? Oh my god. Blue? They're not even there on 6. You needed to do this. Okay, well, so much for that. Where are we? Player actions for 5. Red and yellow do nothing. Green moves blue. Oh, I should have moved phasing troopers token in here. In lower blue, yes. Damage. We're still not shooting. Threats move. Scout moves 2. Then the phasing troopers move 2 and phase out. Did you get the computer? Yes. Threats on 6. The phasing destroyer. Actions 6. Blue's BattleBots attempt to find battle with the phasing troopers, but instead all they can do is mop the station up a bit. Red is still waiting to finish off the troopers. Yellow is in no hurry. Green launches a rocket. He's pretty much the only one on this ship who does anything. Damage, no. Threats and rockets move. The troopers phase in and move 2. Their X says if they just phased in, then they don't move. But before that happens, the Scout moves 2. Its X says other external threats have extra damage. Then the phasing troopers move, which I've already done. Now the phasing destroyer moves 2 and phases out. Threats on 7. What do you know? There's a threat on 7 as well. Actions 7. Red and blue do nothing. Yellow moves blue. Green. Yeah, yellow, no. Blue should have gone upstairs on 7, so he could cooperate with lower. And then it would have all been so much nicer. Where are we? Player actions on 7. We did yellow. Green presses A. Damage. So we have a rocket. It's targeting the scout. And so is this side laser. The scout takes 5 and is defeated. But that's all the damage. Threats move. Starting with the phasing troopers, they move 2. Then the phasing destroyer phases in and moves 2. The phasing man-o-war, pretty much everything phased this mission, weirdly. Moves 1 and phases out. Threats on 8, we're all done with threats. Actions 8. Blue heroically fires the lower blue laser. Red is still biding his time. Yellow presses A, firing the upper blue laser. And green heads upstairs towards upper red, if you can believe it. Damage. 3 damage from this laser. I'm only just now noticing, for the first time ever, these cubes are different sizes. Which one's the normal size? The yellow cube is bigger than all the other cubes. Huh. Anyway, that's something interesting. So we are also targeting for 4 more is 7. That destroys the phasing destroyer, who is phased in and therefore susceptible. I guess this went away already. Susceptible to attacks. That's all the damage. Threats move. Phasing troopers phase in, move 2, and move left. Phasing man-o-war phases in, moves 1, does nothing. Actions 9. Blue moves red. If he had just battle-botted, well, no, it's too late for him, I guess. Red, though, did get the memo and attacks the phasing troopers. They retaliate, incapacitating his battle bots. And green moves red. Damage. We did not shoot. Threats move. Phasing troopers move 2 and phase out. Phasing man-o-war moves 1, phases out. Did you get the computer? No, the first time in any of these videos, not counting the ones from years ago, that I have failed to get the computer. The effect that this has is that everyone on the ship, all players, are delayed for turn 10. The same as if they, tried to go down a broken elevator, or use the same elevator as another player, or walk into a slime. Delay is a generic thing. It means any actions they would take on 10 are slid over, and if necessary, other actions are slid over to make space for those, and so on. I planned for this by not having anyone act on 10, so the delay has no effect. Player actions on 10, nothing happens. Damage. There was none, of course. Threats move. Troopers phase in, move 2, and deal 3 damage to the white zone. This ignores shields because it's internal. Elevator, shields, and lasers are down. Boy, it's a good thing we recharged this so efficiently, huh? Anyway, we have survived the troopers. And then the phasing man-o-war phases in, moves 1, attacks for 1, getting the shield, and gains a speed. Actions 11. Blue? Looks out the window. Okay, sure. Red and yellow do nothing. Green moves red. Damage, none. Threats move. There's just the one left. Moves 2 and phases out. Actions 12. Green. Shields up. What a professional. Damage, no. Threats move. Phase in, move 2. Any lingering rocket damage? No. Threats and rockets move one last time. They move 2 and phase out. Attack for 3. And get a shield. I forgot that's how that works. So we take 2 damage, plus we lose 2 shields, plus these are damaged. So if green had, as it happens, we didn't need any energy in the white zone, or any more than the 3 we started with. So if green had saved his heroic B for this action, we wouldn't take the damage on the red zone. But ultimately, it doesn't matter. The ship jumps to hyperspace, and you escape. This threat is neither defeated nor survived. We ran away from it. So we don't get any points for it, but it never executes at sea. And there you go. Survived a reds and yellows mixed threat. And I actually have more... It was weighted more towards red than towards yellow, as it turns out. 4 points worth of red threats and 3 points of yellow threats. More importantly, though, the red threats came at the end of the mission. And I don't know, phasing troopers... What is going on with you? There you go. You were upside down for some reason. Phasing troopers... For a red threat, they're not too bad. They're difficult to defeat, but if you don't defeat them, the damage is not catastrophic. I don't know. It is 3 or 4 damage. That's a lot for a non-serious threat, I guess. But, the phasing destroyer, if you don't deal with it, it just kills you. Right? I guess it depends. If it's on a short enough track, that it doesn't even have a Y, then you'll be fine. You take 1 damage, goes off shields, and then 3 more. Ruins the zone, but doesn't kill you. So... I guess the biggest blessing in this mission was that both serious threats were kind of deal-withable easily. The major asteroid could be shot down immediately at the cost of a heroic action. And the phasing Manowar you could just ignore, or shield up against, and that's slightly better. But these threats with only 1 speed, if you get them very late, you can sometimes just ignore them, which is good because I was not equipped to do anything else. If I had done the math and found that this was going to kill me, I might have found a way to do less about the phasing destroyer, just shield up instead of kill it or something, and then move over here, and I don't know. Overall, not my proudest performance, but any red and yellow mission you can win that you can walk away from is a good one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.